Alright, so the basic definition of Looksmaxing is a physical attempt at improving one's appearance. The next slide will show 3 examples of men that have Looksmaxed. There will be a before and after picture. So I'm going to use this tool over here on the left, and this will allow me to draw on the screen and highlight the factors that I am talking about. Okay, as you can see, there is a guy here. Here is the before and the after. Some key points that you will probably notice is that in the before, as you can see, he is a higher body fat percentage. So as I will show now, under the chin, he is starting to get a double chin, and also in the cheeks there is puffiness. There is no type of definition in the cheeks, there's no cheekbones that show anything like that. Another thing that you may notice is the receding hairline right there. I'm not too sure again whether he has a M type hairline or whether he just has a receding hairline in general like that. So personally, this is all opinion based. I'm saying here there is probably some type of evidence that will back up the perfect hairstyle for a receding hairline. However, personally, I would say that this type of hairstyle should not be worn by someone that has a receding hairline like this. The reasons for this is, although it is more dominant and masculine to show your forehead area, there is nothing wrong with the size of his forehead. He actually has a good sized forehead, I would say. However, just the spiky type of slick spiky haircut which he has just definitely does make it worse for him. As you can see, if people are viewing him at a side angle, they will see straight away that his hairline is receding. As you can see, he has dropped body fat percentage in his face a lot, especially in the jawline area. It is now accentuated. You can see this point of the jawline right here where it connects from this side, a nice slope down, whereas before it was sort of like just mushed and there wasn't really any type of strong dominant line around this area. However, he now has that. He has also, as you can see before in this, he doesn't really have facial hair. It's just like the stubble you get after maybe a few days or a week of not shaving. However, now he has either groomed this himself, gone to a barber's, something like that. As you can see, he has shaped up the beard here to go in the same type of direction as the jawline. This allows the jawline to look stronger as it's also shaped up with the beard. And overall, he has just grew more facial hair in this area. Over in the mustache before, he didn't really have one. Now he's got like a small little stubble mustache, but it actually looks very good on him. One of the main ones, apart from the loss of fat in the face, is the hair. So I'm unsure whether or not he has had a hairline transplant, but I would probably say that is the reasoning. If that's not the reasoning, I would say that he has done something to his hair routine. For example, he has added more nutrients into his diet, which will help hair growth, or he's taken some type of supplement that enhances hair growth. As you can see before, receding, but now it doesn't look like it's receding at all. It's very thick looking hair, it's nourished, it's good, it's strong hair. So overall, I would say in the before picture, I'd rate him a 4, and in this picture, I would rate him, I'd say a 7. Comment down below what you think. I'm going to show all the examples. I've got 2 more to do. Comment down below the before and after ratings for both. Okay, so here's the next one coming up now. As you can see, this one pretty noticeable from the start. I'd say it's more noticeable than this one right here. However, moving on to this guy, very obvious. He's had the biggest hair transformation from all 3 examples that will be shown. So in the before, straight from the top, he's got a same grade haircut all over. Personally, I don't think this is very masculine, having the same hair grade all over, especially when it's sort of this length, maybe like a 4 or 5 on top, something around there. Next, the beard. The beard isn't trimmed properly either, as the hair isn't. They just kind of like connect together. It just doesn't look very masculine. The next one, as you can see, the teeth are not straight whatsoever. However, they are braces fitted, so he has already taken care of himself in that area. However, when we come to the after, there is a massive difference. So firstly, he has grew out his hair. With the after, the first thing you notice is this hair. I do think it suits him better than this haircut. I would say this could maybe suit him, to be fair, because he has a pretty strong hairline. I'm not sure how old he is, but his hairline is pretty strong, so He could maybe get this hair on the fringe out of his face, but then obviously that would lead to him having some type of mullet, and that is not the most masculine of haircuts. So the next thing is the jawline. He has trimmed the beard all to the same length. The moustache, everything there is the same length. I'm not sure if he has either dropped maybe a few percentage of body fat, or it's just that the beard was covering it. Jawline now looks a lot stronger than it did before. Another option that he could have used to get this jawline was mewing. If you're unsure of mewing, then I will make a future video on this around the basics of mewing. You know, I would say he doesn't really have prominent cheekbones, however, his cheeks do look a lot more hollow in this than they do in this. They look a lot more puffy. And the final after is obviously all the braces have gone nice. You can see he's got nice straight teeth. Not sure if this was just the particular area of where his lips were placed, but as you can see there were gums in the before photo, and now all you see is when he smiles his teeth, which is a very nice appealing thing to look at. Alright, so the third example will be shown now. Alright, so the first thing you notice is obviously this guy has some like Giga Chad type jawline. Absolutely outrageous how powerful that looks. Alright, so before, overall it's just not the greatest. He's got like a very round face. There's no prominent features that stick out here. His jaw's very rounded at the bottom, his chin's round. He also has, I'd say, pretty weak eyebrows. They're just very thick around this area and they don't really come down either side. It's just in one block, also on this side as well. It also seems to just be this like block here, and they don't really swoop down as much or swoop upwards. Also, I would say the hair is not doing him any justice. He has, I'd probably say, on the bigger size forehead, or that could maybe because of the haircut that's leading to that, but I'm pretty sure his forehead is on the larger side. However, this complemented with this like short, stiff type of stuck up hair is not the one personally, I think. Also, it doesn't seem like there's any type of fading. It seems like at the side it's just the same length, not as on top, a bit shorter, but still a fade it'd make him look a lot better. So overall, yeah, he's just a very, not unattractive, just has very many feminine features. When it comes to the after, there is a very big difference. So obviously the first thing you notice is this jawline, absolutely solid. This is I would say this is the perfect jawline. It goes all the way perfectly to the chin. It's a perfect shape. It connects well together. So this could have been achieved from a body fat decrease, which it most likely has done as well. It also from mewing. I very much think that some type of facial exercise was involved in this. It's just the difference of before how rounded to how strong this area here is. That I do think that facial exercises were brought into this. Also, the eyebrows appear to be a lot stronger now. They took some grooming. They go all the way across, whereas before it was just this little part here. Whereas they do look like they come all the way across now, which is a lot more masculine. Also, another thing to note is that in this, the nose is sort of like, I'd say squished up, clumpy. It doesn't really go very far down. However, in this, long and thin at the top, and it goes down perfectly. The nostrils, perfect size as well. And finally, the facial hair that's grew around this jawline. I think it really brings out a lot more. It makes him look a lot more masculine, this facial hair. It's short, but it also works for him very well. For the hair though, I have no idea. I don't have any type of comments about the hair. However, the fact that it's coming out of his beanie means it's obviously he's grew it a lot more. It could be a bit curly, so that obviously a lot of women like curly hair, so that will work in his favour as well if it looks good. Just a side note, I did forget to rate these. This guy and this guy, so I would say before this guy's pretty low. I'd probably honestly say a 2. You know, this guy I'd say he's a 2, and after this Looksmax I would say he's a 6. That's my personal opinion. And for this guy I would say again very low. I'd say maybe a 3 beforehand. But this jawline is ridiculous. This really accentuates his whole facial structure. So I would say this guy's an 8. As I said before in the video, comment down below what your ratings are for the before and after for each people. Thank you for watching. So in future videos I'm going to be going over the basics of grooming, things like skincare, hairstyles, the correct hairstyles for the correct hair length, and what type of forehead size you have, what type of hairline you have, and also things like fashion. So I hope you do stick around to watch these videos. This is obviously the basics, the beginner. These are just a few things to look out for. You can go onto the internet yourself, type in before and after Looksmaxing. You can scroll through the images and there will be several, probably hundreds, thousands of these that you can judge for yourself and find out what the goods are before, if there are any, and what the goods are after. So I would definitely suggest you do that. I'll leave a few guides below of more basics of just Looksmaxing in general. Hope you did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.